Hey there, welcome to the Movie Review Mom YouTube channel. If this is the very first time you found me, yay, finally, I've been waiting for you. And if you're a returning subscriber, yay, thank you so much for returning. I really appreciate all of your support. So my subscribers already know that my goal is to save you time and money by giving you the scoop on filmmaking quality and content without giving you any spoilers. So today the movie I'm reviewing is called Lake George. This comedy slash crime slash thriller releases on streaming platforms on December 6th, 2024. The film is rated R. It's an hour and 58 minutes. And my overall movie review mom grade is an A, maybe an A minus, but I really did enjoy it. So I'm first going to give you an overview in a nutshell, and then I'm going to point out things I liked, things I didn't like. I'll offer tips for parents, themes worth talking about if you watch this with other people, funny lines, interesting lines, and then we'll finish up with recommendations for other films that are sort of similar that you might also really like. All right, so sound good? This is the plan. So starting off in a nutshell, the story is about two criminal misfits who embark on a road trip. They strike a dubious deal too enticing to refuse and find redemption amid shady circumstances. The film was directed, produced, and written by multiple award winner Jeffrey Reiner. In press notes, he shared that he had watched the movie called The Killers and was immediately hooked on the film noir genre. He said, quote, "The film was dark, dangerous, violent, sexy, and funny," end quote. And that description pretty well describes Lake George very well. So let me give you some quick tips for parents. The movie is absolutely not appropriate for kids. There's crude language, profanity, and F-bombs. There's violence with blood splatters and death, lots of criminal activities, and we see a couple start to go at it. They're kind of dressed in a hallway. Some of the themes that are illustrated very well are crime, anxiety and worry, revenge, murder, negotiation, redemption, guilt, righting your past wrongs, and how bad criminals try to live the good code, which I think is always so ironic. So here's the list of things that I really liked. First of all, Shea Whigham does a terrific job and gives us an underdog character that we really want to root for, even though he's a criminal. Carrie Coon never disappoints. She is great at creating multi-layered, interesting characters. Other outstanding cast members include Joey Oglesby, Glenn Flesher, Max Casella, and I just thought everybody did an outstanding job. The road trip duo holds our attention and offers a lot of humor and charm. They're just fantastic together. Beautiful cinematography by Todd Campbell. There are a few entertaining twists that kind of surprised me, and I always like it when I'm surprised. I've seen so many films over the many years I've been doing this, and to be surprised just makes me so happy. Now, there were a couple of things I didn't like. First of all, most people will find it extremely difficult to relate to any of these characters because they're all criminals. But for some reason or somehow they're endearing. And that is a tremendous tribute to the film writers and the directors. This is the kind of movie that makes you laugh and feel sad all at the same time. And that's a really interesting accomplishment as well. Now, whenever I watch movies, I write down funny lines and interesting lines simply so I can share them with you so you can get a taste for the dialogue and the script writing quality. I have them all written down on my moviereviewmom.com website, but I'll share some of them with you right now. All right, so this is a funny conversation between Carrie Coon's character and Shea Whigham's character. So Carrie Coon's character shoots a guy, and he just kind of goes, "What?" And she says, "The gun just went off." And he says, "It just went off?" And she says, "Well, I pulled the trigger." They have this really amusing relationship that provides lots of humor throughout the entire film. Then there are some interesting lines, and Armin is the bad guy. He's played by Glenn Fleshler, and he says, "Everyone's capable of anything if they're desperate enough." And I thought that that was interesting and profound. And then he's this very jaded character. Well, Armin is. But Shea Whigham is he's a bad guy, but he's also a little naive in some ways. And so he's talking about how other people don't understand what they do as criminals. And he says, "I think they think they're happy. That's good enough for most people." and he's acting like he's far superior to all the little people who can be happy with, nothing. And then another interesting conversation is when Carrie Coon's character says, I've done bleep things. I don't swear, so I bleep that out. And then Shea Wiggum's character says, we all have. And there's this bond between these two because they both feel badly about the things that they did sometimes, not everything, but they also kind of feel like it was important. They just had to do it. And in fact, Carrie Coon's character says, bleep happens. We have to do stuff we don't want to do. That's how the world works. And so even though they kind of brush it off like it's not that big of a deal, they both want to be better and do better. And I thought that was really interesting. Now, whenever I watch movies, I instantly think of other films, and I wanted to share some other film noir type of criminal movies that I've recently reviewed that are similar. The first one is called Knox Goes Away. Everybody in the movie is a criminal, pretty much, if I can remember correctly, maybe minus a couple of family members. But anyway, it's really well done. It's film noir style. It's very bloody and violent, like a lot of film noir styles are. But it introduces the element of dementia among one of the criminals. And by the way, you can click down below in the description, and I've got links to all of these videos, to my written review, but also a link to the Movie Review Mom YouTube channel review. The second one is called Reminiscence. Again, bad guys wishing that they were better. And then another one that I really liked is called The Kid Detective. It definitely feels like more of a modern take on a film noir, and I thought it was also really well done. Definitely check that one out. So when you get a minute, go visit me on my Facebook group called Movie Review Mom, where a bunch of us hang out and talk about movies. And then you can find me all over social media as well. Have a fantastic day, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye for now.